Hey guys, my name is Chase, and this is the story of how I spent 10 years trying to meet SteveO. So in case you're new to my story of how I got here in life, I started making YouTube videos back in January 2008. I was heavily inspired by Jackass and specifically SteveO. You know, SteveO has been recording so much of his life, and I think that definitely sort of inspired and impacted me, because from 2008 until like today, I have been recording so much of my life, but it all started with me and my friends just making like stupid little Jackass inspired videos, you know, skateboarding, like just all things reckless, irresponsible, and just stupid. And so out of all of the celebrities that I sort of look up to, I would honestly say that SteveO is one of the top, because if I hadn't seen SteveO and wanted to start recording my own life, I wouldn't still be here making YouTube videos. I probably would not have gone to college for media, and I probably wouldn't have my job in media that I have right now. So I can pretty genuinely say that almost everything in my life right now is thanks to SteveO. And so when the opportunity came up to meet SteveO back in January of 2012, when he was doing his stand-up tour and one of his stops was here at a local bar in Hawaii, I was so psyched to even be in the same room as the man himself. However, at the time, I was underage, so there was no way I was going to be able to get into the bar. Like, I called and everything, but they weren't gonna let me go in there. And I actually managed to get in touch with him through Facebook, of all things. It's pretty cringy, but I was actually like talking to SteveO through Facebook comments. He said that I can meet him at a restaurant that they were at, but I live in pretty much the middle of nowhere, so it would have taken me like 30 minutes to get to this restaurant, and plus there was like so much traffic. And so after that, SteveO actually wrote back to me again saying like that he can come out the back of the building after his show to meet me, which was like, first of all, what kind of celebrity actually does that for one single underage fan? I thought that was so cool, but at the time, obviously, I did not drive, and I did not have any way to get to this bar at 11 o'clock at night, and that was like the biggest bummer of my life. I remember genuinely just being so upset about that, and honestly today it still kind of upsets me. And that was 2012. So fast forward over 10 years, in 2023, SteveO announces that he is going to be performing at the Hawaii Theater for his bucket list tour. And so all these years later, you bet your butt that I was determined to finally, just if anything, get a picture with SteveO. So finally, the day of the show comes, March 19, 2023 at the Hawaii Theater. I actually took my mom with me, which was really funny, especially considering how graphic the show is. But before the show, I walk up to the merch table, I talk to a member of SteveO's team, and he says to come meet him after the show and I'll get the meet and greet pass. And so throughout SteveO's entire set, like, I'm like super duper giddy, and it was a super fun show. As I said, very graphic, like it was incredibly graphic, but it was so much fun. And you know, just like I imagined, it was crazy to even be in the same room as someone who I've looked up to for so long. Then after the show, we're kind of like walking around, like it's super crowded and packed, and then I happen to see none other than Scott Randolph, who is like a pretty publicly well-known person in SteveO's team. And it was so crazy, man. Like, it's so crazy to actually see someone who you've watched so much like in movies and TV and whatever, and to actually be standing right there in their presence, like it's an insane feeling. So I met SteveO. He offered to take pictures with me, which was like super cool. The one thing I can 100% say is that SteveO is super duper accommodating. Like, he took so many different selfies with me, you know, to make sure that we got like the perfect shot. And in my mind, it's just like, you know, what kind of celebrity does that? Like, that's so cool. But I got to chat with him a little bit.
I'm here with Chase.
I also got a picture with SteveO and Scott Randolph. And then SteveO even offered to take a picture with my mom, which was like super duper cool. So that was just an insane experience. And I can't express just how cool and how like respectful and, you know, once again, accommodating SteveO was for both me and my mom. It was just all around a really just awesome experience. Once again, SteveO has been so inspirational for a huge part of my life, and I genuinely don't think I would be here if it wasn't for him. So this was just a super awesome experience. It still feels like a dream to me. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this story. If you want to watch another one of my videos, check it out below. For now, thank you so much for watching. My name is Chase, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye!